Arachnid is a 2001 action horror film from director Jack Sholder. The movie begins somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Just then, a Sharknado? You're 12 years too early! Okay, this water spout is just going up into a cloaked spaceship. Meanwhile, on the highway to the danger zone, a stealth bomber is speeding around. Oh boy, he's mean and extreme! Mr. Extreme sees an anomaly, and instead of trying to avoid it, he flies right into it. Wow, 2 minutes into the film and the budget already ran out. Since Mr. Extreme ejected, he somehow lands on an island, despite him not being nearby any land. He walks around the jungle and sees smoke. He finds the invisible crashed UFO. Then he finds an alien that's being attacked by a giant spider thing. The alien fades out, and the guy runs into the spider. Turns out the whole thing is taking place in Guam. At a small airport, Lauren decides to let the girls breathe. She goes to a hospital and sees a guy all jacked up in the ER. Oh no, he's all gross looking and stuff. So in Guam, you can just walk into random hospital rooms. She rushes out and the doctor comes to talk to her. Not Johnny Cage shows up and immediately introduces himself. This is Lev Valentine. He needs Lauren to fly them into a location that is very out of the way in the middle of an unsafe zone. There's a village there where that guy was from, and all their people are mysteriously dying. The nurse tells her the guy in the ER was bitten by a spider. They then, for some reason, don't mention that the bite marks are huge. Lauren says they'll fly out tomorrow, and Valentine smiles after looking at her ass. The next day, Lauren sees this guy. Nope. He then gives her his book, Arachnid Fun Facts. Well, clearly he's an expert. Here comes Valentine and company. Doesn't anyone know how to park? The doctor introduces Dr. Capri. While they're flying to the island, Valentine decides to hit on Lauren. Something happens to the plane's controls, which causes them to make an emergency landing. They call for help, but something is jamming the radio. Dr. Capri wanders off and finds a giant spider web. While capturing a little spider, a bigger one is salivating above him. It almost gets him, but one of the mercenaries shoots it. That night, they camp out on the beach. This idiot over here is doing whippets. The next day, still no luck getting the radio to work. Lauren is bad-mouthing the nurse, Susanna, so she gives her a proper dressing down. Although her accent is so thick, I had to listen to this several times just to understand what she said.
That's where I met Samuel. I can survive in a jungle with just a knife.
The group investigates the jungle. Dr. Capri, of course, has to stop every time he sees a spider. One of the mercenaries is attacked by giant mutant ticks. Big ticks, you say? Better hit the panic button. The guy freaks out, so Susanna steps in to remove the ticks. This guy just got infested with mutant ticks, and so Lauren decides now is a good time to walk off alone.
Mercer, there's ticks out here.
She tries to be girl bossy,
I can take care of myself.
but then lands herself in a spider trap. Valentine tries to help her, but ew, what is this, some jungle bussy? Lauren starts to get pulled in, and Valentine calls for help to get her out. Now that they're out, they're stuck together. Well, this certainly is a unique way to get the leads undressed. They hear screaming, and rush back to see the mercenary is infested. Yeah, this is why I don't go into the jungle, or the woods, or outside. Lauren gets changed, and is now wearing her best Lara Croft outfit. Up in the trees, a new mutant spider thing is hatching. They go back to show Dr. Capri the hole. He explains it's impossible for it to have been made by a spider. Capri then finds more spiders. They finally make it to the village, and everyone's dead. The native guides show them how to make poison darts with spider venom, which I'm sure will be useful later when they run out of ammunition. Dr. Leon continues to be a mega jerk to Lauren. Valentine talks to her, and she apologizes for her attitude. Lauren tells Valentine she's looking for her brother who went missing in the jungle 10 months ago. Just then, the mercenary begins to erupt with ticks. Okay, somebody saw 1993's ticks. Somebody put this guy out of his misery. Oh, okay, he does. Well, thank you. One of the natives gets attacked by this mutant snake scorpion thing. They fight off the snake thing and waste most of their ammo. Capri investigates the mutations and lets them know that they might be dealing with giant mutant spiders. He says what we all know, and damn is it scary.
If spiders were as big as cats, Miss Valentine, the human race would be finished.
Valentine announces that this is stupid and they're leaving tomorrow. Capri wanders off and the team heads into the woods to try to get to higher ground to call for help. Why do these movies always insist on the party splitting up? Anyway, a mutant spider spits acid and kills this guy. Capri stupidly walks into a spider web to find this hybrid monster, Spider Snake. Spider Snake, Spider Snake, does whatever a spider snake does. Then, oh no, that's not good. The main group finds another web-infested area, and Valentine finds the remains of Lauren's brother. Capri is yapping while getting webbed. The team then find him, but he lets them know that he's done for. He informs them the spider isn't a mutant, but rather an alien.
Who's X? What is this thing?
You're in the middle of a web. Don't you know how spiders work? Capri said that his body's being liquefied for the baby spiders to eat. Ew. Susanna gives him a dose of something to put him out of his misery. Before dying, he asks them that when they get back to safety, they name the spider after him. They try to leave, but here's the monster. Uh-oh, that's pretty incredible looking, really. Look at this thing. That's awesome. The team sprints off, and Susanna runs right into a web. Then the doctor gets eaten. Ew, it's paying on him. Lauren freezes the webbing so they can rescue Susanna. The 3 survivors escape to a building. Inside the cabin, the spider is trying to break in. It breaks through the window and grabs Valentine. He hacks at it with a machete, but its carapace is too strong. It almost eats him, but Lauren shoots its weak spot for massive damage. That night, Lauren's reading Capri's notes to see if she can find something to kill the spider. Just then, stealth spider! She shoots it, and it makes Resident Evil noises. They make it to the back of the shed. They hide out in there for a bit, and Susanna insists that it's safe, so she goes out and immediately dies. And Lauren and Valentine barricade themselves inside. They find a trapdoor and escape. Surprisingly, they make it outside without incident. Lauren is exhausted and passes out. She has a nightmare about her brother, who was the pilot who died in the beginning. Oh no, now he's the man spider! She wakes up and it's morning. As plot convenience would have it, the other guys manage to find her and Valentine. They go back into the caves. They leave Valentine, so the remaining 3 can find the spider and kill it. They find a cocoon and spider eggs everywhere.
I'm going up.
Hey, going where?
No, I gotta take a closer look. You just cover me, okay?
Why? How about, let's just set this whole place on fire. The spider wakes up and kills Bear. The other guy stakes it and gets away. It corners Lauren, who throws some acid on it. The 2 then retreat. Lauren falls and gets webbed. Valentine shoots it, and the other guy hits it with a poison dart. Repeatedly. It's still dragging Lauren away when it finally dies. The trio get out and head back to the plane. Only, it looks like Capri became a mutant alien human spider hybrid. The movie was shot in Barcelona, Spain for about $500,000. It was produced and distributed by Filmax International under their horror and fantasy label, Fantastic Factory. Fantastic Factory was created in 1998 by Brian Yuzna and Julio Fernandez. The hope was that it would create the first major Spanish production house that focused on genre films. Yuzna tried to follow the business model of other independent studio houses like Hammer and AIP. During their short lifespan, they made 9 films: Faust, Dagon, Arachnid, Darkness, Beyond Reanimator, Roma Santa, Rottweiler, The Nun, and Beneath Still Waters. Unfortunately, the label never took off and was shut down in 2005. While Fantastic Factory didn't take off, it did help to foster the careers of Jamie Bellaghiero and Paco Plaza, who co-created the outstanding horror franchise Wreck in 2007. Arachnid was directed by Jack Sholder. Sholder was no stranger to horror. His first 3 films, Alone in the Dark, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and The Hidden, were all horror. In an interview, he admitted that he did the film for money. He said it was stupid. But he was paid very well to live in Barcelona for 6 months and go to work every day to shoot a dumb script. He directed 2 films after this, Beeper and 12 Days of Terror. Despite Sholder thinking that the movie was stupid, he did a genuinely good job, especially when you consider just how little it cost. Plus, the practical effects on the spider look amazing. The concept is really cool, an alien spider taking over an island and eating an entire village while spawning mutations. That's an idea that has a lot of potential. Cover art's also great. I'm sad Fantastic Factory folded, because I would have loved to have seen a sequel to this, seeing where they were going to go with the human-spider hybrid. Although the 2000s had a major influx of spider horror films. Spiders, Arachnia, Spiders 2, Breeding Ground, Ice Spiders, the remake of Earth vs. the Spider, In the Spider's Web, and more. And while we didn't get a sequel to Arachnid, we certainly didn't have a shortage of spider films.
I hate spiders.
Everyone does. My theory is that we instinctively recognize them as unrelenting, perfect predators and subliminally fear them. She's harmless.
You really like them, don't you?
I understand them.
I just step on them.